channel. How are you doing? I hope you are great. Thank you so much for your support here on this channel. Today's tutorial shall be the making of a princess dart with side darts. So I noticed that some people have an issue on cutting a princess dart with side darts. So that's why I want to show you this today. So this is what we are going to be doing today. If I like to subscribe to this channel, kindly click the subscribe button down there to subscribe to my channel, and then like my videos, share with your family and friends, and then hit the notification bell down there to get you an update as I will be uploading my new videos. Let's move to our work table. So I'm measuring my bust points from my shoulder slope. So I have 9.5 for the bust points for today's tutorial. So I'm placing my tape measure and I'm using my chalk to mark this. Okay, so this is what I'm doing here. Okay, I want to mark the half length. So I'm marking the half length. We are using 16 inches for today's tutorial. So 16 inches is our half length for today's tutorial. Okay, so I added 2.5 to this 16 inches because I will be creating a side dart. So that's why I added 2.5 to it. Okay, so I'm going to mark the half length. So I'm marking this half length 16 inches. Okay, so this is my back measurement. I have 16 inches for the back measurement. Divided into 2 is going to give me 8 inches, and I've done this. I've marked it. Okay, and the half of my round armhole for today's tutorial is 7.5, and my half length is 16 inches, but I added 0.5 for seam allowance, and the remaining 2 inches is for the side darts. You know, we are cutting one dart and we are replacing it with another dart. Okay, so we are cutting one dart. We will have 2 darts, so we are going to cut one and use the other one to replace it. So this is what we are going to do. Okay, all right guys, so what we are going to do is to create the princess dart. And to do this, you are going to measure your nipple to nipple. So in my own case, I have 7 inches for my nipple to nipple measurement, and I'm going to add 1 inch to it. So add 1 inch to whatever you are getting for your nipple to nipple and divide it into 2. So this is what you are going to be using for your darts. Okay, so I have 4 inches. So I'm marking 4 inches on my waistline, and then I'm moving to the bust point. Okay, so from the bust point, I'm coming down 1 inch, and you could do 3/4. 3/4 is fine, and then I'm going to connect the line. I'm working with stretch material, so it cannot mark very well. Okay, so I will connect the 1 inch I marked below the bust point. I hope you saw this. So the half length we are working with is 7.5. So I'm going to look for the midpoint. So this is going to give me 3/4. Okay, and I will mark on that point. Then I'm coming in 0.5 in, and then I will connect it this way. So this is my midpoint, and from this midpoint I'm coming down 0.5 again. Okay, 0.5. So I want to take 0.5 from the both sides to create the princess darts. So this is what I'm doing here. 0.5 from the both sides. Okay, I hope you saw 1 inch. So I'm connecting to that point. Okay, so from the 0.5 below the midpoint, I'm going to come to the bust point. I hope you saw this. So what we are going to do now is to create the side dart. So we have created the princess dart. So we want to create the side dart. So what we are going to do is to you are going to mark 2 inches or 1.5 from below your bust point. So from this point, you are marking 1 inch. Okay, so this is what I'm marking, and you are connecting this 1.5 to this 1 inch you have marked from the bust point. So I'm placing my ruler to do this. So you are connecting to 1.5 to 1 inch. Perfect. So this is my 1.5, and you could do 2 inches. So 1.5 is fine. And then this is my 1 inch. So I connected this 1.5 to this 1 inch. Okay, so we are creating another dart because the first one we have created, we are going to cut it. So in order not to be short of fabric, so we are going to create another one. So I'm marking 1.5 again. So this is my 1.5. So we are using this new one to replace the first one we have made, and I'm going to connect it on that line. Okay, on that line I'm connecting on that line, and not the line in the middle, the side line. So this is what I will be doing here. Okay, so I've connected the second dart. I hope you saw this. So I'm going to cut this one. I'm cutting it off, and then I will replace it with the lower one. Okay, so I want to create the side seam. So the bust measurement we are working with is 8.25. The quarter of our bust measurement is 8.25, and the waist measurement we are working with is 28 inches. Okay, so I'm placing the quarter of 28 inches, and I'm going to add 1 inch for that. I took okay, so this is what I'm marking here. And then I will take my ruler and chalk to connect the dots I made. Okay, so this is what I'll be doing right here. I'll be connecting what I marked. Okay, so I'm placing my ruler to do this, and then I will cut it off. So I'm cutting the shape I made. So I'll be cutting on the back armhole. So later I'm going to cut on the front armhole. So I want to have the same shape because I will still place a front panel on the back bodice. Okay, so I will be cutting this side alone, then I will place it on the back. So guys, I want to cut the side that I made. I told you I will be cutting one and replace it with the other one. So this is how I'm going to cut it. Make sure you did not bypass this line, and then don't go beyond 1 inch you marked. Okay, just cut it this way. Okay guys, this is what I have. I hope you saw this. So I'm going to close it. I'm closing this dart and replace this dart with the lower one. So I still have my half length. Okay, so I'm using this 1.5 to replace this that I cut off, because I will be closing this one. Had it been I did not add this 1.5, I will be short of fabric. Okay, so make sure if you want to take any dart, make sure you add it back. Okay, I hope you understand this. So from the bust point I took 1.5, I took 1.5, I went down 1.5, and from the bust point I came in 1 inch, then I connected them together, the two lines, both 1.5 and the 1 inch. So this is how I cut the side dart, and I cut the upper dart I made off, then I replaced it with the lower one. Okay, and I'm going to sew it. I will come and show you the way it will look like. Okay, so can you see? So I'm going to close it this way and use the other one to replace it. So this is what I'm doing. I still have my half length intact, and I still have 1.5 to replace the dart I cut. So I'm going to sew that one. I'm sewing on that point in replace with 1.5 I marked at the lower part. Can you see it? So this is 1.5, and I connected it to 1 inch I took from the bust point. Okay, so this is how you are going to cut and sew your side dart with princess dart. Okay, so I'm going to use that one to replace it, because I'm closing that one. I'm closing the one I cut at the upper part, so I'm replacing it with the lower part on. Okay guys, this is the front panel and the back panel of the side dart, or the princess of dart with side dart. I hope you like this. So I'm going to close that side and replace it with the other one, like I said. So I'm going to my machine now and start sewing, and I will come and show you what I have. Okay, guys, I'm done with joining the side dart. No, I told you I'm going to close it and replace it with the lower one I made. So I've done this, and I'm going to join it to the front panel. Okay, so this is how I'm going to join it, and the other one, join both. this way. Okay, so this is the back panel, so there's no need of side dart at the back. So I told you I'm going to create a slit. Okay, so this is it. Okay, I use my pin to hold it down and then I'm joining it. So this is what I'm doing here. Okay guys, this is what we have. I hope you like this. It's like breast cut. It's very beautiful. So this is effect of side dart we used. Okay, I hope you like this. I hope you are going to make your own. Watch this video from the beginning to the ending. Like my videos, share with your family and friends. Tell them to subscribe, like and share. And then hit the notification bell to get you an update. Thank you for watching.